Good morning. Ron Durant here. Hello friends and neighbors. Today is October 31st, 2021, and fall colors have really been coming on pretty good up here the last couple days on the plateau. It's rained for about 2 days, drizzle rain. So we come up here to Ozone State Natural Area to do some photography up here, try to catch some of the colors with this beautiful waterfall they have. So let's go down here and take a look and see what it looks like this morning. It's a fairly easy hike out of the parking lot to the top of the waterfall. Now getting to the bottom, that's a whole nother story. So if you got knee problems, back problems, you're not very steady on your feet, then I would not recommend attempting the hike down to the plunge pool. But we're going to come over here this morning and show you what the top of it looks like. It's just right at sunrise, about 7:02 a.m. Central Time. And we're coming over here to the top of the falls where you can see it. Now, one interesting fact about this waterfall is that the creek that feeds it is held back by a lake up at Camp Ozone. And I imagine when their lake levels are low, they hold back water a little bit. I've never been down here and not seen water coming over it, so I'd say there's some respect there for that. I've also been here on days when it was just roaring over here, and those guys down there at Smithville, Jackson Kayaks, he's even got a video somewhere on YouTube of going over this waterfall. Anyways, you can see this morning the colors look really good out there, so we're going to go try to get some photographs. Okay, we've left the top of the falls, and we're going to make our way around the rim of the canyon here on a trail that'll take us to a place near the road where you can go down. So when you get down to the end of this path, you come out to this area right here, and you have to make your way down some makeshift rock steps, and you get right here, and there's an opening in the wall with a path or a trail that goes down into the gorge. And then, like my friend Phil Thack said, you got to go down through all that mess. It's not really a mess. It used to be a mess, but in the last year or so, the trail munchkins from Cumberland Trail Associations has come in here and placed some stones to make like a set of steps down through there, and it's a greatly improved hike down into the gorge than it used to be. It'd be muddy and kind of slickery going down through there, but this hard work that these people do with the trail maintenance for the Cumberland Trail, it's really appreciated. And a lot of people don't know who takes care of this Cumberland Trail, and there's a lot of fine people involved in that organization, and it allows us to get out here and enjoy some of the best hiking on the plateau. Okay, we've made it I guess down to about the midway point. Came all the way down from up there, some rock steps, and then we're going to continue on this way towards the falls. And there's a real beautiful rock bluff down here. You walk along. So we're going to continue on down this way and get closer to the falls here. It's about 50 degrees this morning, not too bad. I wore this jacket. I'll probably be taking it off. I'm already starting to sweat just a little bit. And now you're starting to get a view of the waterfall here. Ozone Falls is a 110-foot drop. I was here 2-3 days ago. The flow looks like it's a little bit better than it was. Okay, we're set up here at the bottom of the path coming down. We're not quite to the bottom of the waterfall. As you can see, the waterfall's right over there, and here we got the Z62 with the 14 to 30 and a polarizer, circular polarizer only on it. I've already taken one sample shot to see what it looks like, and it looks really good. The colors are just fabulous this morning. After all this rain, the saturation level's really tremendous. And here's the first image from this location. It was shot with the Nikon Z6 II with the 14 to 30 f4 Z lens, 2.5 seconds at f11, ISO 100, and this was at 17 millimeters on the lens. Processed a little bit in Photoshop using the Nik collection and some levels adjustments. Finished up the composition here. I'm going to head on down a little bit further towards the bottom. Okay, you just come over towards the edge here. You can see the waterfall right there, and then right down here is another set of steps along this long tree that take you down to the bottom. Like I said, this used to be a pretty slick, sometimes treacherous climb down and up out of here, but the Cumberland Trail maintenance people have done a real good job of putting in some steps. A great big improvement down here, that's for sure. I'm taking my time down through here. It's still a little wet and a lot of leaves on the rocks, and I'm trying to hold this camera while I'm vlogging to kind of give you a better idea what it's like going down through here. Some of the steps, some of the rocks for the steps are a little bit thicker, and which makes a taller step for your short-legged people. Or if you're like me, you're in the classification of senior citizen. I'm just glad that I can still do this kind of stuff. Whoops, almost tripped there. Sometimes I overdo it. I've got about a 5 mile a day limit. I have done 8 and I have done 10, but I really felt it the next day in the old legs and knees. As you can see on the way down, it's really pretty down here. We're going to continue on down now. Ain't very much farther to the bottom. Just past that tree right there with the 2 white markers and take a left. It's a little tricky getting down here to the bottom. I left the trail right up there at the top of this log and came down this way and then turned and come back towards the log. But then I noticed they had built some steps right here, so I just continued down. That's not the way I usually come. In the past, I'd come up here around that tree right there, that big tree, and come down through there. But a little bit slick this morning, like I said, from the rains. Didn't want to chance it. We're almost to the falls. If you do come down to the bottom, need to be real careful down here. There's a lot of smaller rocks. They could be slippery. A lot of tree roots exposed in the spillway. You can see some of those right here. Just need to watch your footing, be careful. Gonna make our way down here. The compositions down here are endless. I'm always striving to find some different angle or some different place to shoot from. The decision is going to be hard today because of all the colors and the trees and stuff down here. It's just really pretty this morning. So we're down here at the bottom of Ozone Falls, and I'm making my way down through these rocks and roots and stuff here at the bottom of near the plunge pool. Still using this external microphone because of the noise. See how it works out. I haven't purchased a wireless one yet, so I'm using a wired one off of Amazon, giving it a try. Maybe we'll do a little bit of gear review on that. Anyways, we're down here at the bottom, and as you can see, the falls right behind me there. Really pretty this morning, and it's slick too. A lot of leaves down on the rocks. Okay, we made our way up from down there, and we're up here at a vantage point just to the right of the falls, and we got set up here for a composition. So here's the composition I'm looking at. Trying to keep down low enough so I don't get that sky up in there. Of course, let me get down here a little bit closer, get that tree out of the picture, and you can kind of see what the camera's seeing. Of course, this ain't as wide as the camera. Again, I'm using the Z6 II. I got the 14 to 30 f4 lens, and ISO is 100 at f11. This is about a 2.5 second shot with the polarizer on. So here's the second shot of the day. It's not quite where I was standing. I actually moved down lower to get in between these two trees. I thought the foliage framing the waterfall was nice looking. Notice the orange in the water where the leaves are in the water, kind of floating around in there. This was a 2.5 second shot. Well, I'm going to get done here, and then I'm going to try to go up just a little bit higher and get up on this ledge up here, as you can see, to get a better vantage point. Go up there and have a look and see what it looks like. Okay, I left my bag and stuff sitting down there. I'm just going to go up this hill right here. It's a little bit tricky to get up in there, but I'm just going to take the camera and the tripod with me and take my time getting up here to get up to that upper perch that I want to get to. Okay, we have climbed up a little bit higher on the ledges up here. There's a place up here that you can set up and get a different composition. A little bit of, it's not really a cave, it's just a little hole in the rock right here. Probably people just come up here and hang out. I'm gonna walk over here to the edge. We're probably about 50 feet, 40 feet above the plunge pool at this location. So the waterfall is about midpoint in the frame. It's got all these beautiful colors. The only thing I don't like is this pine tree right here. It's dead. Now I'm going to incorporate that into my composition to bring in a little contrast to the scene with those colors behind it. We'll see what it looks like. Normally I would try to get that out of my composition, but I believe I want to leave it in there. Here's the third shot from the higher vantage point. The hemlock tree, the dead hemlock tree, is in the shot. I think I'm going to leave that for now. I'm not real happy with that tree being there, but there's not a whole lot I can do from this angle. But I was kind of Kind of wishing it wasn't there. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this composition and what I got right here. Okay, we finished up here. I think I got some pretty good shots. So we're gonna pack everything up and make our way back down to where I left my camera bag. Hopefully without slipping and falling. We'll catch you in a minute. Okay, I've set up here back at the previous location because I've seen something down there I wanted to get a photograph of. But at the bottom of the plunge pool, or in the plunge pool, are a bunch of leaves, and they're kind of moving around, and I don't know if they're swirling or not. So I wanted to see if I could capture that. Anyways, it started to rain here a little bit, so I'm gonna turn this around so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, right down there, right there, are the leaves in the water. So I'm trying to see if maybe they're doing a little swirl or something I can get a picture of. So I put on my 6-stop neutral density filter on top of the circular polarizer. Okay, here's the long exposure shot with the swirl and the leaves in the water there. I thought it turned out pretty well. It ended up being about a 2-minute exposure. Had the circular polarizer and the ND 6-stop on there. While I'm down here shooting this, I just noticed there's some people over there. He climbed up on top of a big rock to take a selfie. Like I said, it started raining down here again. So we're gonna have to get out of here pretty soon. Well, we made our way back up out of the plunge pool. As you can see, the waterfall back there. And I was gonna head back up, but I decided to make a small detour and go down the trail. Well, it's been a real pretty morning here at Ozone Falls. I really like coming down here. It's probably my most favorite place to come and visit any time of the year. But being it's only about 15 minutes from my house, makes it more convenient to spend some time down here. Anyways, we're gonna keep walking up the path here and start our climb out of the gorge. Well, we're making our way back up slowly here. It's a little bit steep coming out, but we're doing pretty good. Like I said, it's not my first time down in here, but I am getting a little older, so my knees starting to feel it a little bit. Isn't it beautiful? Well, here we are at the last little bit of stairs coming out of the gorge. We still got quite a few more to go to get up to the top. We'll call this the middle part. We're back here on the middle section. We're going to make our way up to the next little climb out of here. You know, last year during the pandemic, a lot of these places like this had a lot of visitors. But one thing that happened that a lot of us noticed that come down here a lot is people start bringing spray paint with them, and they decided they had to do some graffiti down here. Well, it broke my heart when I seen that. Then the trash. But this year it seems to have calmed down. There's not as much trash, and most of the graffiti has either been cleaned off or is gone. people should really learn to respect these areas like this so everybody can enjoy them, even their kids. Okay, that's going to wrap up this visit to Ozone Falls. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Maybe give you some insight as to what it takes to get down to the bottom and to look at the falls. And we'll see you next time. Have a good day.